Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd, and today is Friday, June 16th, 2023. And again, we are going to address part two of the Straight Facts, the Bonnie Straight story. And let me get my background, part two, right here. So before I move on, I want to address something because, as I mentioned in the first video, that I have communicated with the Republic of Texas over the last month or so, interacted with at least two people in that group, and apparently I've ruffled some feathers within the Republic of Texas community, members, or I don't know. Um, this is not about the Republic of Texas. This is about Bonnie Strait. This is what's in the public record. Okay. Now, any person who has firsthand knowledge of anything to do with Bonnie Strait and her current circumstances and how she got here from there, you're more than welcome to come on the show. 24/7 invitation open to everybody, including Bonnie, including David. It's in the description below in part one. Absolutely. So if you feel offended because I'm doing a piece on Bonnie Strait and the association with the Republic of Texas because you guys allowed her in there, not me. I had nothing to do with this. I'm just reporting what's going on. Okay. Where's Bonnie? Why is Bonnie in prison? Why doesn't David Strait's paperwork work? Okay. Can I address that without you getting your, you know, feathers ruffled? So if you would like me to do a video series or a video about the Republic of Texas, your history, where you're going, what your future looks like, guess what? I will be very delighted and tickled pink to do that video or series, whatever that looks like, with anybody you got. So there's your open invitation. Okay. If you feel slighted or offended in any way about what I did in part one, well, I am going to be an humble man and offer my sincerest apologies because that was not the intent. And it is not the intent. And it never was my intent to disparage the Republic of Texas. The only reason you're even mentioned is because why? Answer that question, and then you'll answer your own question. So don't point fingers at me for relaying and publishing exactly what's in the public record, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not making things up. I'm not making any other allegations from my own personal opinion unless I have firsthand knowledge. And guess what? I do have firsthand knowledge of something about the Republic of Texas. Absolutely. Yes. So, I've been around for a little while. Okay. And I urge each and every one of you, write Bonnie straight. And in your letter that you write her, I want you to write UCC, comma, Uniform Commercial Code, and see what happens to that letter. Come here, Sasha. Sasha, come here. Sasha. My roommate. The dude's a straight moron. That's all I can say. Can't follow instructions. The lights are on. I'm producing a show. Don't talk. Be quiet, just like the sign says. Can't do it. All right. So anyway, back to back to the main topic. Okay. So this video is strictly about Bonnie Strait. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. Just so happens y'all are in there. So back to what I was talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by the moron idiot. Um, write her, Or you can even put in Texas Business and Commerce Code and see what happens to that one as well. Because I can tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get a part of a triplicate or quadruple. I don't even know how to say that. Carbonless notification from the mailroom committee, and it's so why is just mentioning the Texas Business Commerce Code going to be denied in a letter to an offender in Texas prison? Oh, I did that. Yeah, I take full responsibility. Yeah, just saying. Okay, so y'all think I haven't walked the walk and talked the talk? Yeah, there we go. So this is about Bonnie, like I said. So we're going to address Bonnie and Bonnie's issue. So let me get queued up here. Yeah, make sure I have the right one. And here we go. And of course, here's Bonnie, and this is in 2015. She's talking to her original attorney, Mr. Lippy or Lip, however you want to pronounce that. This is at her bond hearing. And right here, you can see this is her Pieroni. That's her maiden name, or that's her former married name. So as you see, Bonnie, Ruth, Allen, Pieroni, Thomas, Straight. Girl has a lot of names, but I don't know how many of those are factual or non-factual. So as you can see, I'm just putting it out there, what's in the record, okay? I'm not going to do a further investigation. What I'm trying to do is express to you guys a principle in this video series, okay? From somebody else's experience, what they did, and it failed miserably. So I'm going to show you why it failed miserably, how it failed miserably, and why is there still someone out running around in the United States of America still pitching that this is a viable thing to do? There's the question mark. So, like I said, this is about Bonnie and what Bonnie did and Bonnie's public record. That's it. Nobody else's. Okay. But when you put it all together and connect the dots, you'll see a pattern. The pattern will lead you down a path to one person who is still traveling the United States of America, pitching this as a viable process. I'm just saying, use your own intellect to decipher the facts that I'm presenting from the public record. Okay. So if anybody has firsthand knowledge, please contact me at the Fearless Floyd Show at yahoo.com. Send me an email. You can always find me on Telegram at the Fearless Floyd Show. And you can find me anywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, Unified, Patreon, Brightreon. Should I continue? I'm very easy to find, very easy to contact. I'm sure if you just like, hey, has anybody got Fearless Floyd's phone number? DM me. And they're probably going to give it to you. I'm that generous. So it's not like I'm hard to get a hold of. So anytime you guys want to come on. I got 2 more parts to do in this video. Just due to the length of everything that has occurred in Bonnie's public record, it's going to take 4 videos. I had to break it down like, God dang, yeah, it's going to take 4 videos. So that's where we're at. So now that we've taken a look there at Bonnie, I got to remember to go the right way. There she is. Yay, Bonnie. And for those of you who are fans of Bonnie and or even not fans, okay, and y'all would like to contact Bonnie, you may. And because I told you, I don't really too much pick sides. I just present what's in front of me. She's at the hobby unit right here. Whoops, sorry. 742 FM 712, Marlin, Texas, 76661-4685. If you are in the media, a chaplain, minister, pastor, or you are a potential employer, you can go visit her. You just need to call this number, set that appointment up with the probably the warden's secretary. That's how it was on my units. And there you go, hobby unit. Okay. And let me give you her PDCJ number. I don't remember it. Here we go. Her TDCJ number is 2446019. And it is Thomas, Bonnie Allen. That is how she is. That's what's on her PDCJ ID card. That's exactly what it looks like. Doesn't have her SID number. That's your sheriff's identification number or state identification number. So anyway, just to give you an update, if you didn't see part one, she was convicted on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, after being incarcerated, roughly a month. And she comes up for parole this October, which will be 5 months. It's basically what we call courthouse math. When you're in there and you're negotiating for that sentence, when they throw a number out there, you can just roughly calculate in your mind if it's a non-aggravated, not no deadly weapon, a month for every year they're throwing at you. So if they're throwing out, a 20-year sentence, you're going to look about 20 months to come up for parole. So that's how you look at that. 7 years, 7 months, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, if y'all want to write her, there it is, 2446019. Bonnie Allen Thomas. She's on the hobby unit in Marlin, Texas. So y'all can go look her up, EDCJ offender search, check her out. All right, let me dive right into this. So, I'm sure you guys are wondering, Floyd, where did you go get your information? Well, I go get my information straight from the source. Okay. Now, is the information bona fide? Is it 100% true? Well, it came from a courtroom. I'll leave it at that. Okay. You can decide for yourself by just listening to what I'm saying. If you're looking at the screen, pay attention to what I'm reading, and you'll get it. Okay. I'm going to tell you what part two is. Part two is from October 2015 to roughly July 2020. Okay. And everything that happened in her court case from that time. Then from July 2020 part three will be her 10th Circuit Court of Appeals, or 10th, 10th Court of Appeals. It's not called a circuit. 10th Court of Appeals memorandum of opinion on her appeal of her plea bargain to take probation. Because I don't think she was trial, but we'll find that out. That'll be part three. Part four, the final chapter from the memorandum of opinion, July 2020 to present. That'll be part four. So now you guys know what's going on with that. So this is, this is how I go research things. I go look at the record. I go dig in the government records. Must really suck to go read and do your own research, right? DYOR. Isn't that what I tell you? Do your own research. Do your own research. And when you're done doing that, go do your own research. So guess what Fearless Floyd did? I went and did my own research. All right. This guy, that's the district clerk of Johnson County, Texas, established in 1854. not much longer after the state of Texas and the court system, of course, was developed in 1845 here in Texas. But look at this guy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that nice little grin he's got on his face. He looks happy to be there, doesn't he? So anyway, he says, you see, it's the district clerk. So I went to the district clerk, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm at the district clerk now. I'm going to go dig into the records, and let's go see what Bonnie has on file in her records. So, oh, let me go back. I got to show you something, just so you guys know that Fearless Floyd is on the up and up, and wouldn't blow smoke up your ass. Okay. And I got to go to the facts. So here are the facts. Uh, as you see, here we are still, Bonnie Allen Thomas. What do we have here? Offense history. Okay. Offense date, October 21st, 2015. Carrying a weapon prohibited in a prohibited place. Sentence date, Cinco de Mayo, 2023, out of Johnson County. Case number F50926. Sentence, 5 years, 0 months, 0 days. Okay. So right there, remember that case number, F50926. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Come on, come on. Here we go. We are going to go on an adventure down the rabbit hole of the Johnson, County of Johnson, State of Texas, District Court. So we are going to, as you see the URL up here. Okay. So I'm going to do a criminal record search. Just double click on that. And I'm going to go by case number right here. And watch this. Boom. Guess what pops up? F50926. Why? Because I've been there. And that's the only case I've searched in Johnson County District Clerk's office. Okay, here we go. So search. Bonnie Allen Thomas. April 13th, 1968. Oh, Jesus Christ. She almost got arrested on her birthday, did she? Wow, that would suck. I wonder if she did I didn't even notice that, but I just now caught it. So if you go over here, F50926, okay, there's the charge. Adult felony disposed. Filed location. So when you click on this little booger right there, bam, this pops up. Okay. Register of actions, case number F50926, related case information, related case. So there's a companion case, and there's a companion case, and I did not look those up. So let's go look them up. Right? So back, and case. Share my screen so you guys can know that ain't no hanky panky going on right here. All right, I copied and pasted the 5120. We're going to search. This is Bonnie. Dismissed. Unlawful carrying of a weapon in a prohibited place. Huh. Look at that one. 5926. I got a 5320. So let's see what we got here. Warrant issued. What we got here? Bond 5K. What's the mirror image? Consolidated. Huh. Oh, same date. That's strange. They did that. What was the other one that we were looking at? 5320. Huh. Dismissed. Wow, that's weird. They would give her three case numbers for the same charge. Weird. Solid. Wow. Hmm. That's odd. Real odd. Let me stop sharing there for a minute just to make sure that I don't know if Zoom has a tendency when you change screens on a tab. Sometimes the screens don't change and you still see the former and not the latter. So I don't know if you saw all that, but apparently she has three different case numbers. They were all consolidated into that one case, the F 50926 case. That's what she was convicted on. That's what she went to prison for. So that is something I just discovered, just new, which is odd. Really, that's very, very, very odd. So let's go back. Case. Now I have three. Okay. So that's the one we want. Okay. And this one is lengthy. Wonder what this one is. Let's go see if we can find that. DA 25110. Copy. See if that's even a viable number. Share so you guys can follow along. Here we go. DA 25110. No case. I'm thinking that one's still like in the preliminary stages, maybe. I don't know. Let's get back to the main case. And stop share just to make sure that y'all can see what I'm seeing. All right. I'm going to read this, guys, and I'm going to go down everything so I explain to you what's going on. Okay. All right. So these are related cases. We've just looked at these. This companion case, I don't know what this is. I looked for it. I'd have to go dig deeper, but I'm not going to do that in this video. All right. So party information. Defendant is Thomas, Bonnie Allen, aka Alan Pieroni. Bonnie Ruth, also known as Straight, Bonnie. The plaintiff, state of Texas. State. All right. Lead attorneys is Robert E. Luttrell III. He's court appointed. That prefix right there, area code, is a Dallas Fort Worth, mainly Fort Worth, and its origins. And Timothy Good, again, another Fort Worth origin, because allegedly that's where Bonnie is from. Charges: Thomas, Bonnie Allen, carrying a weapon in a prohibited place. That's a violation of Texas Penal Code, Section 46 .03. It is a third-degree felony. Punishment range 2 to 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Correctional Institution Division. And when she paroles, they will transfer her body to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Parole Division. And then she gets to roam around Texas. And if she wants to leave Texas, she has to get a travel permit and get permission to leave the state. That's how that works. All right. Events and orders of the court. All right. Dispositions. This is basically a synopsis of the main events of this case. So as you see in March 28, 2017, there's a plea. Okay. She pleaded not guilty. The next day, March 29th, she was convicted. So I would gather that she had a trial, and I'll be able to see later when I dig in here more. And honestly, I have not read this word for word. I haven't even read it. I have probably even spent more than 5 minutes. But what I did is I scanned through it because I told you this was a battle that turned into an all-out war. Okay. And in doing so, it became very lengthy. And just because I've, perused this stuff gazillions of times, I could just scan it and know exactly what it is without having to read all. I've just recognized it through repetitiveness. So as I went through this, I saw some very demarcations in events that Bonnie was going through. So we'll get to that later. So basically, she was convicted. She was sentenced to probation the following day. So this is what happened. She had a 2-day trial, it looked like, for her guilt and innocence phase. Boom, 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 boom. She was convicted on the 29th, came back on the 30th for her punishment phase, because Texas courts, Texas criminal trials are bifurcated, which means you have a first phase and second phase. First phase is the guilt and innocence. Okay, that's when you're trying to prove the guilt or can't prove the guilt and it's innocent. Second part is the sentencing, or actually the punishment phase, which ends up being sentencing. That depends on if it's a jury or trial by judge. So that's what that looks like. So she was put on probation, 5 years, for the community supervision corrections department division or some bullshit. So she almost did that 5-year probation. Look, I want you to see that gap. Count the years. Almost did it all. And then for some reason, boom, here she is. We'll get to it. We'll find the answer. The answer is in the record. Why that happened. Why there's a 5-year gap. And now she's got to go to prison and do 5 more years on parole. So she got a 10-year sentence. Absolutely. In Texas, we call that the layaway plan. That's why most people tell you, hey, go do the jail time. Probation is a setup. But you don't have to listen. Go do the jail time. Get as minimal amount of jail time as you can. Go do it. Take care of your business. Come back out, and you're free. Unless you're on parole. At least that's 5 years. Parole's much easier than probation. Okay. They're just trying to make sure you're in the right place, the right time. You taking care of your business. You ain't out there hustling on the streets, doing a bunch of illegal shit on parole. Probation, man, they want to crawl up your ass and look out your eyes and hear what you're saying and listen to your phone calls. Yeah, go over here and pay these fees and fines. And yeah, before you know it, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so here we go. Let me carry on because I know this is getting lengthy just with my stuff. I haven't got into the minutia. As we see here, Cinco de Mayo, she entered an amended plea, and she entered not true to carrying a weapon in a prohibited place, amended disposition. They revoked her probation. And then on the same day, amended sentence, they sentenced her to confinement of not more than 5 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Correctional Institution Division. And right here, you see it says institutional division, but it's actually correctional institution division. See it. That's the proper legal terminology for it. They always abbreviate it right here. I mean, that's just, never mind. That's a whole nother video series talking about Texas prisons. Anyway, let's get in here. Okay, so she posted bond roughly almost 2 weeks after, we'll just give it like 12 days after her arrest. All right. The indictment came roughly 2 months later, December 17th, from the grand jury. All right. Capias returned. Okay. Basically, that's an arrest warrant. So that was issued December 29th, 2015. Here, let me, how's that, folks? A little better? So she got that jail credit 38 days, like I was telling you about. Yeah, this is much better. All right. So, like I said, December 29th, 2015, the Capias was returned. January 4th, 2016, the dock entry. Defendant's request for delivery of indictment under Texas Code of Criminal Procedure 25 point something. Then on January 13th, motion to limit jury argument of state. Same day, another motion was filed by the defense. Motion to disclose impeaching information. Motion for limiting instructions. Request for discovery and notice. Defendant's election as to punishment. Defendant's motion to require the endorsement of names of witnesses. Let's shrink this back down. Oh, there we go. Upon whose testimony wow. How do I want to work? Come on, really? Okay. Endorsement names witness upon whose testimony something. Motion in limine, that is to prevent something, testimony, or introduction of evidence. That's what limine means. Motion to direct court reporter to record the voir dire examination. That's a good motion right there. That's strong. That's thinking ahead of the proceedings, what you need to do. Voir dire means you can take a witness on voir dire in the absence of the jury. You voir dire the prosecutor if you want, even the judge. Or you can, during jury selection, you can voir dire a potential juror. Motion for Rule 705 hearing prior to trial. And I believe that's a psychological evaluation, if I'm not remember correctly. 705. Defendant may return sequestered property. Okay. I guess that's to get her gun back. Motion to quash indictment. You have to file this. If there's an error in the indictment, in the charge, the way it's written, structure, anything like that, you have to file a motion to quash the indictment or a motion to amend the indictment. You have to bring that up pre-trial, because once trial begins, that's a wrap. Pursuant to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, you have waived your ability to challenge that issue. once trial commences. So that's what that is for. And I don't know the grounds. I can't read these. In Harris County, you can read them, but here you can't. You can just see what the titles are. And that's why I tell you guys, whatever the title of your vehicle is, that's what's going to be seen. Okay, that's the first thing they're going to look at. Now, the next thing anybody wants to know that's in this legal arena, they're going to want to know, okay, well, what are they asking for? What are they going to look to next after the title? The prayer for relief. All right, docket entry. To what? About a week later, on the 19th of January, defendant's motion to suppress. I don't know if that's suppressed testimony, evidence, don't know. On the 20th, the next day, order of recusal. Judge's notes, letter from Judge Neal, voluntary recusing himself. Here comes the order of assignment from the regional administrative judge. The presiding judge, so that could be Judge Neal. Yeah, you have to understand that in Texas, we have the system. It's very arcane and odd, because if you are a former judge, and it doesn't matter on what level, as long as you are elected, you still want to continue in that role, even if you were defeated in an election or even in a primary and voted out of office, or just retired from the bench, you can become a visiting judge, and the regional administrative judges will assign you to various courts to conduct the general affairs of the court, while the presiding judge, the elected judge, is in another courtroom handling another proceeding, or if they're in Scottsdale, Arizona, at their yearly or quarterly seminars, learning all the stuff that they use to thwart our official proceedings in court. So anyway, that's the explanation of that. So as you see, I'm walking you through these instruments that have been filed. I'm explaining to you what they are, what they do, what they're for, et cetera, et cetera. Why I've done all this. Okay. You're talking to somebody who has lived this, who knows this. Okay. That's why I'm breaking this down for you, because when I get to part 4, you're going to see a dramatic difference in everything. The whole dynamics is going to change in Bonnie's life, and you're going to see it. Okay. So when I get finished with part 4, and for all I know, there may be a part 5. It depends on who contacts me after I do part 1, 2, 3, and 4, possibly. There may be a follow-up for this. I don't know. We'll see. Hell, I may even go try to visit her myself. Wouldn't that tickle them pink? Oh, God dang. Boy, that one. Huh. I might do that just to do it, just to raise some tackles. He's back. All right. So we have the order of assignment on the 22nd, and then February, the following month, on the 25th, we have a docket entry, and that is the indictment in, obviously, the other case, which is F50320, which is odd because it's the same charge on the same date. So it's like they gave her 3 charges for the same offense happening at the same time. So that's why, there's some funky junky stuff going on there in Johnson County. If they can do that, they can get 3 indictments for the same case. What's going on in their grand jury room? Oh yeah, it's all secret. Damn. Unless you're smart enough to go back and read the record and understand the record and go, why are there 3 charges? What's going on in there? Maybe I should get the minutes of the grand jury proceedings to review them to make sure there was no hanky-panky going on in the grand jury room. Allegedly. Just saying, in my own opinion, and that's not legal advice. Order amending the bond conditions. Motion to remove bond conditions. Motion to quash indictment. Again, they're coming back and hitting that indictment. They're hitting that one right there. Okay. All they're doing is preserving error. Smart so far. All right. Right here. Okay, hang on. Let me go back. March 2nd, I didn't do the dates. Order amending the bond conditions. Then in June 2nd, motion to remove bond conditions. Same day, motion to quash the indictment. Same day, motion to adopt all previous motions from cause number 501202 to cause number 50320. Okay, so basically what they're doing, a motion to withdraw counsel here, order. You see there's a lot of stuff going on. June 2nd, order, docket entry, financial information questionnaire. Same on the second, defendant's motion to change venue, motion to remove bond conditions, motion to withdraw counsel from F5120, order on F5120. So there's a lot happening there on June 2nd. Apparently, she changed horses. Okay, right around here. So we got a new attorney coming in here. Somebody withdrew his counsel. All right. So June 6th, 2016, letter from Judge Bosworth. I guess that's the new judge. July 11th, 2016, letter of representation from Sheridan Lewis. So apparently this is her new counsel that stepped in July 11th. July 27th, 2016, docket entry. Defendant request for discovery is required by Article 39.14 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. August 23rd, 2016, docket entry. Letter from David Holmes. I don't know who David Holmes is. Same day, motion, brief in support of defendant's motion to quash indictment, motion to change venue, and some other motions. Same day, motion, defendant's motion to disqualify Johnson County District Attorney Office. Same day, docket entry, letter from Judge McGregor. Okay, there's Judge Bosworth, Judge McGregor. I don't know who these judges are. I mean, we can go look them up, but just believe me, probably no need. So it's not gonna give us an answer. It's gonna show us who they are and what their title is, where they're at, what court, whatever. September 13th, 2016, state's response regarding defendant's motion to quash indictment, motion to change venue, and whatever other motion they filed. September 20th, week later, order of the court. I don't know what that order is. I'm sure it's on these motions. Here we go with another indictment on the 29th of September. And then on October 4th, we have a docket entry, a precept SLV. I don't know what that is. October 6th, 2016, a letter from the court setting arraignment hearing for November 4th, 2016. October 17th, docket entry, precept indictment unexecuted, which means they have not served it. November 4th, miscellaneous hearing result, defendant was arraigned. I would say that means she has been right here for an arraignment hearing. So she was arraigned on these new that indictment, at least one of them. I don't know which one. Defendant's rejection of final settlement. Defendant's omnibus pretrial motion. Defendant's motion for discovery and inspection. And then 3 days later, letter from the 18th District Court setting jury trial for January 23rd, 2017 at 9 a.m. I don't even have to look at that to say what that says. I know when a 9 a.m. hearing is. And if you're in jail, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. They come wake your ass up. You're on chain, going to court. Get up. Order. Order on motion for consolidation granted. Okay, so what they did is they consolidated all the cases. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see a motion to consolidate up here. Did you guys? Did we miss it? Because I didn't see it. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. Yep. I don't see no motion to consolidate, but it could, it could be no motion to suppress. Yeah, I don't see it. This is what I tell you about records being incomplete. Uh, and I can quote my own experience. Um, Documents filed in the, and I'm paraphrasing, documents filed in the office of the Harris County District Clerk's office were often found stuff on shelves, stuffed in drawers, and in places other than the file in which they belonged. Jay Carahan, he was, I believe, he either didn't run or was voted out of office. Anyway, so there, I see no motion to consolidate filed into the record, which, obviously somebody did, because there it is, and it was granted by the court. And the court could have done it on its own volition. That's a possibility, and that's why it's not there. Motion in limine, and I don't know what that is. That was filed roughly a week later on November 23rd. They're getting ready for trial, as you can tell. They're motion to suppress, so they're trying to suppress something. Again, another motion to quash the indictment. Order on motion to quash indictment sent to court. So apparently that was probably denied. Court's designation of premises of government court offices utilized by the court. Order setting hearing. Okay, we're here in December 12th, 2016. Docket sheet for the 320 case. Docket sheet for the 120 case. Okay, so what they did is they're bringing that record over into this record. So there is documentation of everything that happened on the docket in this case, as well as this case, being consolidated into the case that we're looking at. December 14th, 2 days later, motion for recusal of Judge McGregor and affidavit. And I don't know the dynamics of why they keep trying to recuse these judges. And I don't know what the strategy is behind that. You okay down there? You dreaming? Wake you up. Barking in her sleep. All right, so here we go. December 19th, we have a pretrial hearing. Result other, so I don't know what that was about. Same day, motion for recusal of Judge McGregor. On January 13th, which is pretty close to the trial date, which of the 23rd. Motion for continuance, order setting hearing, order on motion sent to court, order of referral on first amended motion for recusal, letter from the court, and then on the 17th, motion hearing held. I don't know what that means. Same day, order on motion for continuance. Same day, subpoena. District attorney requests subpoena of Dedry Hafer. ISIS subpoena return. Subpoena for Deidre Hafer. Unserved. Order of assignment. Order on motion. Order denying first amended motion for recusal of Judge McGregor. Order denying first amended motion for recusal of Judge McGregor. A day later, on the 18th, subpoena. DA requests subpoena for Doyle Shasted Jr., Darby Tucker, William Hutchison, William Keaton, Garrett Bennett. Here's the names right here: Phil Martin and Bobby Areola, all unserved. I would imagine some of these are going to be law enforcement, court personnel. On the 20th, several days before trial, state's notice of intent to introduce evidence of extraneous matters. So they're going to introduce other potential or possible criminal acts or prior acts. 3 days later, day before trial, pre-trial hearing, result, it was held. Okay, that's all that means. All right, now I get it. Same day, application for community supervision. Order on defendant's motion in limine. Motion in limine and objections and admission of extraneous offenses. Order on defendant's motion to disqualify the Johnson County DA's office. Motion for defendants in limine. Motion for continuance. Order on motion for continuance. Order. Motion to reconsider change of venue. Order. Order on motion to quash. On the 24th, jury trial held at 9 a.m. Officer Judge McGregor presiding. It was held. So 3 days later, after the trial, which I explained to you earlier, that she had a 2-day phase 1, guilt and innocence phase, and then on the 3rd day, she came back for punishment. And I'm sure she brought in a bunch of witnesses for punishment, and she got on that fabulous 5 years probation. She got to walk out of court that day, only to walk back in 5 years later. Take another 5 years. Just saying. On the 27th, order denying First Amendment motion for recusal of Judge McGregor. Walker sitting by assignment. On the 30th, letter setting hearing for jury trial, March 27th, 17th at 9 a.m. Order on the February 22nd, order denying motion for recusal of Judge McGregor. On March 15th, petition for writ of mandamus, petition for writ of prohibition, and request for emergency relief. I have filed all of that. Writ of mandamus goes to the Superior Court, so they're trying to go to the Court of Appeals. Petition for writ of prohibition and request for emergency relief, and I don't know what those look like, but I know what this is. And a mandamus is asking a superior court to direct a lower court to do something. All right, so 2 days later, a letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, and they issued their memorandum and opinion, March 17th, 2017. Judgment issued same day. 21st, subpoena. DA requests subpoenas for the same individuals that we saw earlier. And then added to that would be, oh, wow, Tanya Dunlap, Keith Lynn Bartlett, Daniel Griffith, and Emil Lip Jr., which is her original attorney. So I don't know who would request a subpoena for that. I don't know if this was her or the state, but that's highly unusual. So anyway, on the same day, order of referral, motion to disqualify, recuse Judge McGregor. Defendant's motion to disqualify Johnson County District Sheriff's Office prosecuting the case. Order denying motions to disqualify, recuse Judge McGregor. Order denying motion to disqualify, recuse Judge McGregor. The next day, on March 23rd, docket entry, state's second amended witness list. Notice state's second amended notice of extraneous offenses. Jury trial held. Defendant's, wow, she had another jury trial? That's crazy. State's second amended witness list. How does this even work? State's Second Amendment extraneous offenses, jury trial held, defense motion to limine. Order on motion, defense motion to limine unsigned. Order on motion in limine. All right, jury trial held on March 28th. Other brief and supported defendant's motion in limine. Docket entry states Exhibit 3, purse and large brown bag. Docket entry states Exhibit 4, thumb drive too large to scan. March 29th, 2017, jury trial. She was convicted. 29th, note from the jury. 29th, charge of the court. 29th, charge of the court on punishment. 29th, judgment. The 30th, jury trial. She's convicted. The 30th, payment plan charge sheet. Payment plan charge sheet. The 30th, extension of payment agreement. Exhibit C, extension of payment agreement, copy to probation. March 30th, same day. Felony committee served supervision order. Exhibit A, the evidence inventory form, trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal. March 31st, next day, docket entry, OCA model, ability to pay. April 3rd, 2017, felony community supervision order, Exhibit A, first amended. April 12th, letter from Brenda Shavaria requesting Bonnie Thomas use law library. Denied by judge. April 28th, notice, Bonnie Allen Thomas notice of appeal. 4/28, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, notice of appeal filed. Same day, notice, Bonnie Allen Thomas notice of appeal sent from attorney's office. Letter from attorney Niles Illick filing notice of appeal and request for the trial record he's looking for. April 28th, letter from attorney Niles Illick requesting clerk's record. Okay. So he's requesting the reporter's record, which is a trial transcript of the oral proceedings, and the clerk's record that will be all the instruments that have been filed into the case. All right. So May 1st, motion, Bonnie Allen's motion for new trial. All this is just standard boilerplate crap that you do. May 1st, request, letter from law office and Niles Illick requesting preparation of clerk's record. And this is what you do for how you prepare for an appeal. I've done this myself. 5/4, letter of representation from Niles. Same day, letter to court reporter, amended request. Here we go. Cinco de Mayo, 5 years earlier from the date she was convicted. Letter from senior judge, Honorable Bob McGregor, presiding judge for this appeal. Appeal bond conditions, supplemental appeal bond conditions, motion for bond conditions, order unsigned, proposed order for setting. On May 17th, motion, Bonnie Allen Thomas's motion to modify the terms and conditions of bond. Proposed order on Bonnie Thomas's motion to modify the terms and conditions of her bond. May 24th, letter from the court setting hearing for motion to modify terms and conditions of bond set for 6/something. 6/1 bond hearing. There you go. Judge McGregor will conduct this hearing in the auxiliary A courtroom. This is what I was telling you about. The one judge will be in another courtroom handling proceedings, and they have a visiting judge over here doing the everyday, mumbo jumbo that goes on in the courtroom. On the same day, bond report of violation, information to the court, agreed order, motion to modify terms and conditions of bond, letter from probation. Then on the 8th of June, other sent appeal through Thames number. I don't know what that is. On the 12th, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, clerk's record was filed that day. On the 19th of June, docket entry, bill of cost for the preparation of the clerk's record. On the 20th, email correspondence, permission to go to court. 26th of June, email correspondence, permission number 2, position number 3, letter from the court, law library. I guess she's trying to get permission to go to the law library. She's not out on bond. She's incarcerated. On August 21st, letter to defendant, return mail, unable to forward. August 22nd, letter to defendant, receipts of return mail, no such address. 2 years later in April. Okay. So you see this gap in the record right here. What's going on is the appeal. They're processing the appeal. So everything on the county level is in limbo. Okay. It's static. It's not moving. Then we get here and we're getting close to the end here for this video. April 8th, 2019, 2 years later. Letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, order issued, recused. Same day, order of recusal, 10th Court of Appeals on the 25th of April, same year, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, order rendered. Same day, order on motion to transfer. On May 31st, same year, 2019, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals assigning. Letter from the Supreme Court of Texas. Then in June 27th of 2019, letter, email, 1 response from Bonnie Thomas to judge. Email 2, judge's response to Bonnie Thomas, judge's final response. And then August 29th, 2 months later, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, opinion and judgment issued. August 29th, 2019, judgment. August 29th, 2019, memorandum of opinion. October 11th, 2019, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, motion denied. That's probably a motion for rehearing. As you see, it's not in the record, but just because of my own experience, I can tell you what the machinations of this are without even knowing. All right, so October 11th, we have an order. And then the following year, in July 14th, 2020, we have a letter from the 10th Court of Appeals. Court issues a mandate. When that mandate is issued by the Court of Appeals, that's a wrap, baby. That's a final judgment. Final judgment. Okay. That's what that means. So whenever you see that word, final judgment, boom, it comes off an issuance of a mandate. What that mandate means is that she has exhausted all her appellate reviews. So what that tells me is that she stopped at the Court of Appeals. She could have done a motion for rehearing. Okay, this is how you do this. If you're in prison, you're trying to stop the clock, and that clock is called the equitable tolling clock of 1 year, 365 days, pursuant to the Anti-Terrorist Effective Death Penalty Act, signed by Bill Clinton back in '86, I believe. I'm sorry, '96. Went all the way back to George Bush. So this is how you would proceed. Okay, you do your appeal, then you do petition rehearing, then you do motion for extension of time to file petition for panel rehearing. Okay, because you want a panel, you want to get those 3 judges. Okay, so once you get that, then after you get that denied from the full panel of the Court of Appeals, you can do a motion for rehearing en banc, which means you want the entire panel. So if you're here, in a bigger jurisdiction like Houston or Dallas-Fort Worth, you may have more than 3 justices on a court of appeals here in Texas. So you can get an en banc, which means the entire court, not just that three-person panel. So you go through these steps and you're trying to save time because when you're in prison, you're trying to educate yourself as much as possible. So you're trying to learn appellate law. Well, actually, you're trying to go back and learn about the case that you're convicted for. Then you're trying to learn about, the whole trial court proceedings. And once you learn that, then you're trying to learn about appellate law and how to, do this appeal. And then once you finish that, then you've got to learn how to do your state writ of habeas corpus. And then you got to learn how to do your federal writ of habeas corpus. And then you got to learn how to do your writ of certiorari to the United States Supreme Court. But you can also do that on your appeal, which I'm getting to. So once you do a petition for rehearing, then you do a petition for rehearing by a panel, petition for rehearing en banc. Then you do your petition, which is called a PDR, petition for discretionary review to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. Ta-da! Okay. So you can file a motion for extension to file your petition for discretionary review and buy more time. Because that's what you're doing. You're buying time so you can learn. You're not buying time so you can do more time. You're buying time so you can learn, so you can get out, so you can do the right thing, so you know what to do, when to do it. So apparently she just abandoned all that, stopped, because she listened to her attorneys and didn't go do what, kids? Or I'm sorry, folks. She didn't go do her own research. Bonnie. Okay. This is what the record tells me. Okay. So most people, when you were part of Bonnie's life or existence, in that sphere, but you really don't know the minutia of what actually really happened. Here it is. I'm explaining it to you. Okay. And you can look all this up, Texas Rules of Court, rules of civil procedure, rules of evidence, rules of appellate procedure, rules for removal or retirement of judges. It's all right here in the book. Everything that they're doing right here. One book. And as you notice, they were citing this, which is the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as Texas Rules of Evidence, Texas Rules of Appellate Procedure, parole laws, and the index. So we're getting close to the end, kids or folks. Sorry. Stop doing that. All right. So October 11th, 2019, letter from the 10th Court of Appeals, motion denied. And there's that mandate that we were just discussing. So there it is, the mandate. July 14th, 2020, same day, state's motion to proceed with implementation of punishment and impose certain specific blah, 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 blah. 10 days later, on July 24th, letter from the court. 3 days later, on July 27th, motion for continuance. July 27, 2020, docket entry, cancellation of all prior powers of attorney. And we're going to stop right there. That date, July 27th, 2020. I bet any one of you guys out there who knows Bonnie and David personally, that's probably when she met David, huh? Or went to one of his seminars. July 2020, because that's when everything changed. Poor girl. You look beat up right there in that picture. So I'll be sure and write, Bonnie. If you really want to know whether or not Fearless Floyd's telling you the truth, I told you what to do. Just write her Texas Business Commerce Code, Uniform Commercial Code, UCC. Just write it in big bold letters in the letter and see what you get back. Just saying. I always try to tell you all the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, leave a comment below. Hey, my sponsor today is Sean Adley. I didn't mention him once, but if you had a loan, doesn't matter whether you got a loan for a mortgage, vehicle, credit card, personal loan, car loan, it's fraud in there. Sean has a 95% success rate of doing a forensic audit and finding fraud on all his financial transactions for his clients. Once he does that, he takes that forensic evidence and gives it to you. And it's up to you to determine what you want to do with that. Now, even if you've purchased a home in 1980, you sold it in 1990, long gone, more than likely fraud in that transaction. He'll find it. You can get remedy. What that remedy looks like, I cannot speculate. I can just tell you that you can take that evidence, the forensic evidence of fraud that Sean can provide you, and you can go to arbitration. You can do a private administrative process, or you can take it to a circuit or district court, or even a small claims court if you're just looking for some pocket change. So that's what Sean can do for you. So how do you want to reach Sean? Sean's at mortgageauditsonline.com. Mortgageauditsonline.com. When you go there, there's going to be a little message box. Sign up, get that free info kit. It's a $295 value info kit, free. Just put code Fearless in there. Sean will take care of you. Do that through the website, mortgageauditsonline.com. If you're going to get a loan or anything like that, just go to his website, mortgageauditsonline.com, and just read the information that's available for free. You don't even have to go get his free info kit, but I advise you to go get it because just the information you're going to find on the website is highly valuable, well worth the effort to just go read it. So the info kit, even better, even more. So go check him out, Sean Adley at mortgageauditsonline.com. Okay. Sean took care of you, got you out of the way. As you know, I'm over here. A lot of people don't know I'm on Telegram, oddly enough, but I am. I'm pretty much on every platform you can shake a stick at. My main backbone of everything I do is Telegram, simply because I have the ability to do a lot because I have a paid prescription. And I advise everybody to get one. I'm not by any means, promoting Telegram, not an advertiser, not a sponsor, or anything like that. But I do offer trust classes. If you would like to create and operate a revocable living trust and you don't know anything about trust, you're a beginner. Hey, we're looking for you. I have the class for you. It's Trust 101 class. All access 24/7, 365 to all the class videos, all the materials, private Telegram group in which you're going to have 200 other people in there that will help you step by step create your trust, get your EIN, and help get you your non-interest bearing bank account to operate your trust. Absolutely. And you can do that in 2 to 3 weeks. I have people doing it in a week. So they can do it in a week. I know you can do it in 2 to 3 weeks. Put your mind to it. The reason we've done this is that way you can learn at your own pace. You don't have to be glued to your device 2 hours a week for however much time to learn this. You can just turn it on when you want. You're working out, doing dishes, doing yard work, or just chilling on the couch. We also offer Trust 201, 301, and 401, as well as the VCR class. Please go check those out. They are available at my website, thefearlessfloydshow.com/store. So go check those packages out. If you want to get involved in all classes, we have a discount, $599. Boom, get you in everything. So just go take care of that. Again, y'all right, Bonnie. Don't leave her left out. Y'all want to send her some commissary money, y'all send her some commissary money. Got that necessary commissary, right? Again, all my Republic of Texas friends out there and maybe foes now. I don't know. If I've offended you, I'm sorry. That's not my intent. This is about Bonnie Straight, not about the Republic of Texas. That's why it doesn't say Republic of Texas, it says Bonnie Straight. So more than welcome to come on the show for part 3 and part 4. So if you'd like to come on, come on. More than welcome. Anybody and everybody. So I will do part 3. Part 3, we will be going over the opinion from the 10th Court of Appeals of Texas and describe that folly, because it gives you even more of an insider's glimpse to who Bonnie, I don't know which last name, Pieroni, Allen Thomas, straight. We're just going to call her Bonnie Thomas because that's what the state of Texas has recognized her as, and apparently what she volunteered to be. Right, Bonnie? Okay. This isn't a pity party for Bonnie, by all means. Like I said, reach out, write her a letter, send her two. Send her one with UCC and then send her a verbal letter saying, "Hi, Fearless Floyd told me to write you. He gave me your address. So let me put that back up for you guys." So make sure you have it. Because I'm just like to be, that kind of guy. Because I know what it is to be incarcerated and not have anybody write you, not anybody come visit you, not anybody to answer your phone calls. You ain't got nobody. So, you got like 3 people on your 10-person call list. Just ain't got no friends anymore. Everybody abandoned you, wrote you off. Oh, he's gone forever. We'll never see him again. Ta-da! Here I am, live in living color. All right, here's she at. She's at the hobby unit. And that address is 742 FM 712 Marlin, Texas 76661-4685. And again, if you are a potential employer or you're a religious entity like a minister, pastor, clergy, or you're in the media, you can go visit Bonnie without being on her TDCJ state classification approved visitation list. There, got all that out right. All this terminology has to come back to me. You can call 254-883-5561. You're probably going to talk to the warden's secretary to create that appointment if you want to go visit her. So if you want to write her, there you go. Her PDCJ number is 244-6019, and she is in there under Bonnie Allen Thomas. All right, kids. Sorry, folks. I know I'm not trying to offend you guys. Just sorry. And I guess you need some attention. So I got to go take care of my dog. Apparently she can't read that it's quiet on the set. So anyway, thank you guys. I've told you all everything you need to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below. My sponsors' information is in the description below, as well as links to all my classes, my playlists that are on YouTube, about all the different stuff that I like to do. Thank you for being here. Again, open invitation to everybody that thinks they even may be a part of this video series. Part 3, part 4 coming up. Love you. Thank you guys. Have a safe and happy weekend.